What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. ATL. Man, I'm coming at you with another banger. Now, this video right here is called When the Call is So Bad, You Take Matters into Your Own Hands. Now, this has got to be a hilarious video, bro. I already can kind of imagine what we're finna watch and what we're finna see. Me, I'm a sports lover. I play sports. I know what goes on in sports. Things get physical and it just gets out of hand. Let's check it out. Whoa!
This is Fabio Blumenblatt,
Hold
a former
on,
referee
buddy.
in a professional basketball league in Uruguay. This is
Did you
Elvis
catch-
Bowling. He's not happy about a call. In an act almost as insane as his name itself, Elvis Bowling sends his fist right into Fabio's face,
Wow.
shattering his jaw and knocking him unconscious for 3 hours. Fabio nearly lost his eyesight because of this, and Elvis was banned from this league for the rest of his life and faced civil charges for this vicious act.
Whoa.
The worst part about this entire
Hold on, man. That's too far. Ain't no call gonna make you that damn mad, bro. Come on, man. That's too much, bro. That's too much. That right there is too much to do.
incident, Fabio never even missed the call. Elvis was mad that this wasn't called a foul, but that's because it wasn't. Fabio was right all along.
I don't like, no, that's too much. What in the comment section?
But
What
this
y'all
crazy
think?
story from 21 years
That's
ago
too
made me
much.
think about the current state of NBA refereeing and how out of control some of these calls are getting. I'm sure some players would love to pull an Elvis and send a fist right at a ref or
Draymond
two.
be getting
Of
like
course They
that.
would never do this.
We know Draymond
Only a
be
man
going
with a name
crazy.
like Elvis Bowling would be capable of such madness. But the fact remains that this season, referees and their calls have become suspect at best. Like this technical foul called on JJ Redick for passing the ball to the ref with force that ended up with him getting ejected from the game. On the bright side, fans quickly informed
That's fake right there. Oh my God, that is so fake, bro. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it is getting out of hand with these refs.
the
I
ref that
tell
his
you.
call was out of line.
Be showing him up a little bit, but
Or just the other night when Devin Booker got a technical for, again, passing the
For
ball
what?
to a ref a little too hard, and then immediately
Man.
gets teed up for a second time for arguing the initial technical, which results in him getting ejected from the game. This one was
Oh
so
my
bad,
God.
even Lakers players were blown away by the call. Look at this play here. Westbrook and Rondo get tied up, and Westbrook gives him a little shove. Ref sees it, tees him up, ejected from the game for boxing another player out too aggressively. This one here is pretty insane. Draymond Green throws an entry pass to James Wiseman. Wiseman gets beat on the pass and the Knicks get going the other way. Draymond, being the veteran leader that he is, starts chirping at Wiseman, his own teammate, and the refs hand him a technical, which results in him getting ejected from the game. Ejected
hold on.
for yelling at his
Hold on, some of this stuff is just like not believable that you get ejected. I've heard of people getting ejected for talking to the other team, but come on, man, for literally talking to my teammates saying, "Hey, man, you messing up." Nah, that's too much. That's too much. I ain't going
own
for that.
teammate. How is a ref
I
gonna
ain't
get
going for
mad
that.
on
The
behalf
NBA
of
has
another
gotten
grown man?
totally
And the
soft,
most
bro.
recent egregious call came
It's
just
getting
the other
totally
day
soft,
during
bro.
a premier matchup between two of the best teams in the NBA. At the end of overtime, clock's winding down with an amazing game going down to the wire, and what do these refs do? Well, first of all, they call a questionable foul on Rudy Gobert here, which pretty much closed the door on the Jazz's chance of winning this game. And second, they end up ejecting Donovan Mitchell for getting upset about the call. So in one of the most exciting games of the season, featuring the top two teams in the league, the refs decided to leave their mark on the game by
Hold on, was
throwing
that
out
even
the
a
best
foul? I
player
gotta watch
on
that again.
The game by throwing out the best player on the number one team in the NBA. Top two teams in the league, the refs decided to leave their mark on the game by throwing out the best player on the number one team in the NBA with under a minute left in overtime.
Could
in
that be a
one
foul
possession
though?
game.
I mean, you know they refs
Really?
don't call like
I mean,
fouls
sure,
like
every
that.
once in a while, a hot-headed player will scold a ref for a terrible call. But when the entire team is absolutely appalled by the call, I'd say that's a sign that the ref is flat out wrong. NBA refs are getting out of hand, taking every little thing personal and throwing players and even star players out of games like it's nothing. Ja Morant, DeMarcus Cousins, Brandon Ingram, Jamal Murray, Kyle Lowry, among many other players, all ejected from games this season. I get that they have to be consistent with their calls, but throwing stars out of NBA games because they hurt your feelings probably isn't too good for business. And we haven't even discussed the onslaught of technical fouls getting called this season that don't result in ejections. Apparently, you are no longer allowed to trash talk, argue dumb calls.
Man, you can't even get mad. I'm telling you, the NBA has become soft, bro. Back in the day when I was watching the Bulls, the Pistons, man, these guys nowadays could not last a day. Back in the NBA, back in the day, man. Back in the day, bro, they wouldn't last, bro. These new NBA players, they too soft. They just soft.
Slap the ground, yell and one after a tough basket, take harmless shots after the play, and you definitely cannot look at other players after you dunk on them. Doesn't leave much room for players to actually be themselves or show any sort of competitive passion, does it? Well, players are getting frustrated with what seems to be a series of power trips going on with NBA refs. Donovan Mitchell was fined $25,000 for that technical foul and fined a couple grand for the ejection. So him and Rudy Gobert took their frustrations to the media and spoke about how these calls are getting out of hand. Gobert sticking up for his fellow Jazz teammate, in which the league fined him for that as well. And with players, coaches, the media, and even fans getting sick of the poor officiating.
Fined $20,000 for speaking up for your homeboy. That's a lot.
Job by refs this season. Why hasn't the NBA
that might
done
be
anything
somebody's
about
whole
it?
year's salary.
As awesome of a league commissioner Adam Silver is, he seems to be just ignoring this huge, overly sensitive, ego-tripping elephant in the room. Well, to put it simply, the league isn't doing anything about it because the league has always been this way. Seems crazy, right? Ain't no way refs have been this hypersensitive to everything players do.
They was not like that back in the day.
So far this season, the average team has played about 36 to 37 games.
They were not like that back in the day when Michael Jordan played, when Bill Laimbeer and the Pistons played. Bro, no, they weren't. No, they weren't like that.
And through all of these games, there have been 330 technical fouls called and 19 ejections, which sounds like a lot. That can't be normal, right? Well, it is. In fact, if you look at the last 5 seasons, the amount of technicals and ejections getting handed out this season is actually par for the course. If there was any time to get outraged about the refs, it would have been about 2 seasons ago, when the league was handing out more Ts than Augusta in April. These bad calls that are resulting in fines and ejections aren't anything new. Any longtime fan of the NBA can attest to the fact that people have been sick of bad refs and their antics since the beginning of time. Here's an article from 2013 begging the age-old question. Here's an article addressing bad refereeing.
What do y'all think, man? When y'all watch these games, do you feel like these NBA refs be actually calling bad calls? I feel like a lot of them do be. You know what I mean? I feel like the NBA has just gotten totally soft, to be honest with you. It's gotten totally soft. 2019.
Here's a Reddit post from 2014 regarding NBA refs being the worst of all major pro sports in the United States. Article from 2017, 2018, and an article from 2020. Here's another Reddit post from 2014 asking a question we've all probably asked ourselves at least once. The answer being no. There are no repercussions for refs who make bad calls, and they can, in fact, do whatever they want with no fear of any sort of punishment. Well, kind of. 99% of the time, refs can do whatever they want.
Wow.
But
now, I ain't gonna lie.
Let's just say...
Now, we know Allen Iverson was a fool back in the day. We know he gonna go crazy with his. Now, this
ref asks a player to fight him. Now that would be grounds for punishment. And I know this because this actually happened back in 2007 when everyone's favorite referee Joey Crawford got suspended indefinitely for challenging Tim Duncan to a fight in the middle of a game. I mean, I'm not giving this behavior, but I can't be the only one who would rather watch that than see players get tossed out for dumb reasons. But generally speaking, refs making bad, game-altering calls is nothing new. Older fans of the game may recall some of the most notorious bad calls. It wasn't like that back then. Technical called on Shaquille O'Neal for, I guess, dunking the ball too hard. A personal favorite of mine, in 2017, Russell Westbrook got a technical for drilling a ref in the head with the ball during a timeout. Of course, this wasn't intentional. Of course it wasn't. NANI? Arguably the most infamous set of technicals in NBA history came back in 2007.
Hey, his edits are amazing,
Joey
bro.
Crawford teed up Tim Duncan for nothing. Literally nothing. And even worse, Duncan laughed it off, and then Crawford teed him up for laughing, getting him ejected from the game. And maybe this is what led old Joey to square up with Tim Duncan months later. But possibly the worst and impactful technical ever handed down came in the 2000 Western Conference Finals, when Rasheed Wallace got ejected for looking at the referee. Rasheed was the driving force of this Blazers team, but after getting ejected in Game 1, Portland went on to lose the first game in a 7-game series. If this ref doesn't give Wallace this tech, he doesn't get ejected from the game, the Blazers quite possibly win Game 1, their odds of winning the series.
That was a tough tech. I remember that. But I'm not going to go as far as to say that they would have beat LA. I'm not gonna
greatly
go
increases, the Lakers don't go to the finals, and Shaq and Kobe's legacies are altered.
I ain't going to say that. No,
But
we're
that's
not
a
going to
story
take
for
it that
another
far.
video. At the end of the day, I don't think we're asking for much. Sure, this problem has been around for as long as the game itself.
I
But doesn't that
mean,
sound like a pretty solid reason to fix it? Refs
great
aren't
video,
perfect.
though.
They're humans too, bound to the occasional mistake like the rest of us. But when refs around the league want to make the game about themselves and demand the league's brightest stars to not stare at them or raise their voice at them because it hurts their feelings, it might be time to reevaluate the whole reffing situation. Don't let a bad call change the entire outcome of a game. Allow players to actually show some emotion and let them talk some trash. Give us something like the old NBA referees of the 80s, back when they let players
I'm going to say
play.
this, man. Look, man, at the end of the day, man, these refs are getting out of hand. But, like, he's pinpointing certain issues from back in the day. The players were a lot tougher. The refs were a lot tougher. You can't even hand check or anything now. Back in the day, I'm going to continuously say this. What do you guys think? In the comment section. I'm going to end this video here, man. Do you think the NBA has gotten softer? I feel like it has, man. I feel like the NBA has gotten soft. I feel like some of the players have gotten soft. I feel like they dumbing down the game of basketball. Man, then my social links up there, man. You can catch me out, man. It's your boy. ATATATATO. Man, and I'm out.